Hello, welcome to my mirror that needs cleaning. No, welcome to 4 months on testosterone. I'm a bit tired today, apologies for that, but in general it has been a fantastic month. I have been feeling so myself. I've definitely, I think overall, honestly, like the biggest, like I don't really notice any changes in myself because they're so slow that it's like you don't really notice unless I go back and actually watch my videos. You might be able to hear my dog down here. But what I've noticed is I'm getting seen as a guy a lot more in public. And I work with kids that are under the age of 11, and a lot of them now are referring to me as he, him, which is lovely. Like without me even saying anything, and it's so good. Like I was just playing tag with them the other day and it was like, he's it, and I was like, yes. So yeah, that's really cool. And I believe, had a couple moments where I've gone into a shop or something and somebody has said sir, or mate, or some male phrase to me, and I've not wanted to embarrass them, so I've kind of intentionally lowered my larynx. I've spoken as low as I can and as masculinely as I can. What can I say? Thanks very much. Yeah, cool. Thank you. Thanks, mate. Yeah, I don't say mate. But I'm not sure whether that was like as low as I went at the time. And they have continued to call me mate or sir, so either they were just respectful of what they assumed my identity was, or I was able to speak low enough that it didn't kind of give me away, which doesn't feel like the right way to say it. It didn't. I was able to pass as how I feel. So, scary, but really, really cool. I think like still this is kind of where I'm naturally speaking right now. It's definitely so much lower than where I started, but I would say that I've said this a lot of times already, but how I've been feeling my voice change is that it's been on, because I'm still on one pump, of course, so it's a low dose definitely, but I'm definitely still having changes. It's just they're really, really gradual. They're not abrupt, and to be honest, I've been quite enjoying that. I think when I started out the first 2 months, I felt very impatient. I felt like I just wanted everything to happen faster. But now I'm kind of like, I am thinking about going on to 2 pumps, predominantly because there aren't any changes that I don't want really at this point. There aren't any changes that I'm scared of, which is quite different to where I started actually, because when I started I was thinking, oh, I don't want body hair, I don't want bottom growth, I don't want facial hair. But now I don't know, I just feel differently about it. I just feel very masculine and very comfortable in that, which is really nice. Obviously, you know, if you are someone who doesn't want facial hair, body hair, and that doesn't change for you, that's totally cool. You can hopefully achieve that with finasteride or by staying on low dose and coming off it when you get to the right point. You know, there are lots of options available for everyone, which is amazing that we now know that. But that's where I'm at, and I'm really enjoying being on one dose because as someone who really enjoys singing, I'm not getting that kind of really drastic flip. Like I'm able to kind of practice it, and I'm getting new bits of my voice to explore and discover, and it's feeling different, but it's not like a dramatic shock. It's more like I'm getting to know it in a slightly different way each week when I go to choir or whenever I sing in my kitchen, and I can kind of explore lower notes. I'm like, oh, that feels really natural and comfortable now, and it definitely didn't before. And I'm still singing high notes as well, just to try and keep my range as flexible as possible. I would say I'm now noticing a slight strain on the top of my range. I still have the same range, but it's maybe a little bit harder to reach kind of C5 or whatever. And lower notes are just easy, much more comfortable. And yeah, my natural kind of pitch is definitely lowering slowly, but it is. And that's very evident as well in the Trans Voice app. I will put updates in that category of Notion. But I think I recorded just before this and it was saying like 76% female, which is quite high, so it shows that my voice is, well, it's quite high compared to where I've been. Like if I record in the morning, I'll typically only get like 50% female, and I'll get about 20% in the male range, and the rest is in the androgynous range. I think right now, because I've already spoken a lot today, it's a bit higher up. So I was like 35% androgynous, the rest female, which is like not as good as I have had. But I'll post various pictures to kind of, bless me, give you an idea of where I've been at with that. But I definitely have the power to, you know, I almost have the power, in terms of my pitch and how my voice sounds, to pass as either, I would say. Nearly, not quite, but it's close. Because if I pass a woman in the street and maybe she looks a bit uncomfortable because there aren't really many other people around, I will say hello in a feminine way. I'll shift my resonance so that I'm not lowering my larynx, and I'll speak in a high pitch, and you know, I can immediately see that she's more relaxed, which is a grim reality that we live in. But it's been pretty cool to be able to do that and to be able to be like, it's okay, I'm safe, and to also occasionally pass as a guy, which is really cool. And the other day somebody was like, let the man on the bus first, and I was like but it was very cool. I was like, thank you. But I didn't dare say thank you in case I embarrassed him, so I just smiled and nodded, you know. But yeah, overall feeling really good. Still having my period, which I'm not loving, but that's expected because I'm only on one dose, one pump. So I'm thinking that increasing will hopefully get rid of it. Saying that, you know, the pain, the energy fluctuation, PMS symptoms, my migraines around it, they have all drastically improved. The whole experience has drastically improved, although I would really like it to go away completely. So yeah, that's my experience with that. Bottom growth is a thing. It happens. I won't go into too much more detail than that. But yes, I can't remember if my blood test result is I don't think I've said about my blood test result. I don't think I have. So I had my blood tested about, it was almost a month ago now, but I don't think it was quite a month ago, so it was only about a week after my last one, so about 3 months and 1 week or something, but I had it tested pretty much on the 3-month mark. My testosterone is within male range. My testosterone is within male range. We'll dance. So it has been for a month now, which is wild. They tested it once, came back as 15, which is kind of like low to average male range. And then they actually tested it again because they still have on my record female, and they were like very confused. It came back as 20 the second time, so I don't know. That's probably less accurate because they had obviously had my blood sample for longer by the time they'd run the second test, but yeah, very, very cool, very exciting. Generally feeling good, putting on muscle more easily. I can do pull-ups now, yes. Not wide grip, I'm still working on that one. That one's really hard, but I can do it with my hands kind of fairly close together like that. Yeah, just generally working on building muscle, working on trying not to speak really high when I get anxious. Yeah, all that kind of stuff really. I think that's about it. My beloved testosterone. Okay, I think that's all I have to say. There's nothing drastic, basically. It's all just slowly getting to where I want it to be, and it's really, really exciting, and I'm feeling so much better in myself, and I know that this is 100% where I want to be and where I want to be heading. And that's it. See you next month at the 5-month mark, which is just insane. So yeah, bye bye.